Hey fam, it's me Aaron for a comic show. Got a great week of books. It's the 5th week, but there's still a lot of cool stuff. I got a fresh new haircut. I'm wearing my Batman Under Armour, brought to you by Deathlock #1, which is an advertisement for Under Armour all throughout, because why not? I mean, I love Under Armour, and I have a Punisher Under Armour, I have a Spider-Man Under Armour, but enough about me. Wonder Woman 35 is out. It's the finale of the Azzarello Cliff Chiang Wonder Woman. It's a phenomenal ending, and we're going to celebrate here in style at a comic shop with Cliff Chiang, the sweetest man in all comics. He's going to be here from 4 to 7 on Saturday, November 1st to sign all your books. And if you're local and you RSVP to the event page and come in here, we'll give you the dollar first issue for free. So you can read that and see that this is the best Wonder Woman ever, and either get that signed because you don't have any money, or buy the volume 1 and get that signed. But any way you slice it, come meet Cliff Chiang. He's a sweetheart. Google Cliff Chiang prints on google.com, and you will see the most amazing prints of album cover and movie poster mashups with pop culture. They're beautiful. Cliff Chiang is beautiful. I'm going to have such a good time. Batman Eternal 30. If you got Arkham Manor last week, that took place after this. So yeah, Arkham happens here. What happens to Arkham, and then it goes into Arkham Manor. So when you read that, get Arkham Manor because that's the direct follow-up. Moving on, it's a 5th week, so DC is like all annuals, and I'm just going to cover them real fast. Harley was awesome. It's the one with the weed smell. It's the cannabis one. It has a warning on the cover with a pot leaf, and it says, these contain scents to offend, inform, and amuse. There's a little thing about how to ethically use it in here, and it's not the cover. At first I was like scratching the cover, like I don't smell anything. It's throughout the story, there's a bunch of different scents, and Harley pops up breaking the 4th wall to tell you about the scents. And it's fun, and it's funny, it's enjoyable. No, you don't have to be reading Harley Quinn to enjoy this, and but you will enjoy it either way. And Poison Ivy's in here, and there's a great scene with Poison Ivy and Swamp Thing that I've been wanting to see. That's fun. But why is it here? Well, there's new doctors in Arkham that are creating this hallucinogen so they can, I don't know, treat and or harm the patients with it, and that hallucinogen happens to contain cannabis, I suppose, and there's a lot of crazy hallucinogenic story bits in here with different artists, and it's a lot of fun. So, no, she's not endorsing marijuana. No, Floridian, she's not endorsing Amendment 2, but I'm going to vote for it, and you should too. But anyway, enough proselytizing. You could also get this bombshell cover, and if you want, there's alternate covers where the weed smells like Christmas trees. I'm not making this up. There's a picture of Christmas tree. Done. Moving on to the other annuals. Swamp Thing. This is an end to a subplot, and it was beautiful. I loved it. These 2 Justice League books you should get if you're reading these books. This leads right into the next issue, issue 6. This leads right into the next issue, 35. You should get them if you're reading those books. If you're not getting those books, don't get them. Seriously, don't. Moving on to Marvel. Deathlock. This exists because of S.H.I.E.L.D. The character is on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., and it was pretty cool. It was awesome. I like Nathan Edmondson. I like Perkins. He's a fan and a friend of the store. He's been here plenty of times signing, and there's a lot of Under Armour advertisements, which I fully back up. I love our Under Armour. My sweat just wicks, and I don't feel sticky at Disney World, and when I'm doing my CrossFit, it's a good time. Moving on to Carnage, Axis #1 by Rick Spears. This is hilarious. This is funnier than Harley Quinn, honestly. To see Carnage trying to be a hero and failing miserably, I loved it. I was laughing out loud throughout the entire issue. So no, you don't have to read Axis. You just have to know that for some reason the villains are compelled to be heroic, and they aren't good at it. Revolutions. This is like a mini-series running along, like, with A vs. X they did that, and with Original Sins with the S on the end. But it was fun. It was funny. You have Spider-Man story with great hate by Dennis Hopelitz instead of with great power and responsibility. And then there's a backup story with Doctor Strange. And Doctor Strange is pretty hot today with the whole announcement, or not necessarily official announcement of who's playing him. Death of Wolverine one-shot with Deadpool and Captain America. This was fun. It's the Deadpool writer, and it's Old Man Cap and Deadpool getting Wolverine's DNA from bloody knives and stuff around so that he doesn't get cloned. And though it's a one-shot with a beginning, middle, and here, it leaves something for the Wolverists. The Wolverists, the ones that believe in his second coming. The ones that as soon as I said Death of Wolverine is coming, they said, oh, he'll be back. He'll be back. He'll be back in 3 days. They'll rebuild the temple for Wolverine. Yes, Wolverine will come back to life. Yes, there'll be a second coming. Yes, there's hints about that in here. Moving on. Guardians of the Galaxy, this is where we find out the final fate of Rich Rider Nova, and I loved it. I loved it. And I'm not going to spoil it. Moving on to Image, Saga, this is the final part of this arc of Saga, and it was insanely good. I was, yeah, and the cliffhanger ending, I can't mention anything about it, but it was awesome. Southern Bastards, this is the first part after Volume 1, so get Volume 1 for $10 and then get this. Rasputin #1, it was weird. It was really weird. I liked it. It was nutty. This character from, I guess he existed in real life, the legend, print the legend, I don't know. It was well drawn and creepy and weird, and he had an awesome beard. Moving on to Dark Gods, Justin Jordan. It's kind of like God is Dead, except it's all dark gods, all serpents, and it mixes in everything. It's not Lovecraftian Cthulhu. That was a serpent, but also one of the Cthulhu serpent type dark gods was the snake in the garden, and so on. It's Quetzalcoatl, or however I'm butchering that name from the Aztecs, was one of these. Everything is that. Cowl, Powers and Principalities #1. This is a $10 Volume 1. This is one of my favorite New Image books, and it's kind of like The Wire, but with superheroes. Where The Wire was all about Baltimore, this is all about Chicago, and it's all different layers of not just the ones with powers, but the characters that do all the legwork and do all the investigations. And it's $10. Give it a shot. And finally, a book very close to my heart, and nihilism, which is very close to my heart. Stray Bullets, The Innocence of Nihilism. This is Volume 1. It's a $20 Volume 1 as opposed to that big $60 omnibus of everything. So if you were interested in it based on my suggestion, and you don't want to throw that 60 bucks down, get this. It's awesome. And that's this week. Have fun on Halloween. I'm going to dress up like Constantine. And if you're local, please come to our signing with Cliff Chang. Wonder Woman. It's good. It's awesome. Thanks, guys. Bye-bye.